guys, welcome to the channel. So today we're doing a blind buy unboxing of Mancera's Amore Caffe. Now, a lot of comments do mention that it's supposed to be like milk bubble tea. A lot of TikTok and influencer hype, so I guess we'll see if it's up to the standards of that too. The only thing I might be worried about it might be a little bit too sweet for most people, but I guess we'll find out in a second. Okay, so I managed to get that out pretty good without really busting out. So first off, I guess the box, all black. Inside it's always in a gold case, signature pouch. So with Mancera, they have great atomizers. It's nice and pressurized. It definitely does not feel cheap with some of the other ones out there. Let me just get a testing strip. Okay. All right, so there's that beautiful pressure atomizer. Smell the sweetness from here. Kind of like burnt caramel. It's very sweet. Yeah, pretty much the most I'm getting out of here is burnt caramel. Not sure about the coffee. Maybe like a hint of coffee, but definitely something sexy if you want something very gourmand. I am curious to see what the notes are, so we're gonna pull up Fragrantica in a second and compare to see if those notes are the same ones that I can smell. Caramel right now. We're gonna let it dry down for a bit. And also with any test, a test strip is not an accurate measure. I always recommend spraying on the wrist just so you can get that dry down note later. But since then, my recommendation is actually always spray it on yourself, because there is one thing about liking a dry down, but the other thing, and I found this out the hard way, is a scent may be too cloying or overwhelming for you. And in the end, you might not be able to wear that brand new bottle that you just got. 1, 2, the nape of the neck, hair, and then for the clothing. Ooh, that's strong. So, okay. So that being said, now that I've had some time to let this kind of waft on myself, I can actually smell the coffee note. It's subtle. I'm getting kind of a woody kind of smell. Let's start a timer, so I'll let you guys know how long it lasts on me as I go out and whether or not it kind of stands up to the at least 4 hours. If we check it compared to Fragrantica, let's see what they have here. Very close to the strip, but on my body it smells a bit sweeter. Yeah, honestly, it feels like it's not even there unless I'm going nose blind. Yeah. All right, so in terms of opening note, they have coffee amaretto. Definitely can smell the amaretto at the beginning. And the vanilla type ice cream, yeah, it's very creamy, definitely. Vanilla, very sweet. Brown sugar, actually, oh, that is exactly what it smells like. Brown sugar, it does actually smell like that. Like, I can definitely wear this and I don't think I'm gonna be very offensive to the person next to me. If I'm gonna be honest, I'm a little disappointed. It sounds kind of bad. The brown sugar smells like if you got it at an Asian like convenience store or an Asian grocer, where it kind of smells like it has a little bit of that older saltiness to it. I hope it's on my shirt. I would say blind buy hype, it doesn't really remind me of bubble tea. In terms of sweetness factor, it's actually not that cloying and sweet. So definitely put this in safe just because it's not as sweet as I thought it was gonna be. I thought this would actually be overwhelmingly sweet. I guess time will tell. I'm only like 10 minutes in, so far there's nothing afterwards. Every now and then I get a nice little waft of something sweet. But yeah, and I guess if you want to overdo it, maybe it might be a little bit sweet. But for me, I usually go with just 4 to 6 sprays, and that's enough for me. All right, I'll do a little bit of an update after the edit for how long it lasted. I'll let you know if my mind changes throughout the day.
3 hours later.
So it has been a couple hours, guys, and I can definitely say, yeah, that milk tea note is pretty prevalent if you're thinking about just brown sugar pearls. And side note, if you aren't ordering brown sugar pearls with your Boba, what are you doing? You're missing out, especially when they are made fresh, warm, soft, chewy. But yeah, definitely can smell the milk tea vibe from it.
Many hours later.
Hi guys, update 2. So just got back with the wife, so we're gonna settle in. So yeah, throughout the day, honestly, it lasts a long time, at least 8+ hours. It didn't last that long on my skin, but clothing wise, that's why I say I was spray it on your clothing. I mentioned in the previous video, yeah, I could definitely get that bubble tea scent, and then throughout the day, that woody smell, it was more almond if anything. Like, so it was subtle. If you want a comparable dry down, I would say Latafa Camera. So it smells kind of like a Marshall scented candle, but not as synthetic as Camera's. So a little bit richer and sweeter. So it's nicer, more pleasant. Blind buy, yeah, if you like very sweet scents, definitely a solid blind buy. If you like bubble tea or a bubble tea enthusiast, then yeah, I would say this is a good blind buy too. Can definitely be unisex, man or woman. Signature fragrance, again, if you're like a bubble tea enthusiast, I wouldn't say it's like the best sweet one out there, but it's nice. And then for Mancera, in terms of niche, for quality and value, they offer great quality for value. So that is my review of Amore Caffe. It does live up to the bubble tea hype. I will see you guys in the next one. Cheers.